After Jaws took a chunky bite out of the box office in 1975, we were treated to a decade of rabid producers scrabbling about to create the next big animal attack horror. This resulted in the likes of Grizzly, Jaws but a bear, Tentacles, Jaws but an octopus, and Alligator, Jaws but an alligator. Of course, there are many, many more. I could sit here all day and list them. But in the interest of brevity, let's just say that the majority of these films were Jaws but shit. It is easy enough to dismiss 1984's Razorback, but calling it Jaws with a pig is doing the film a major disservice. Yes, the film concerns a larger, more aggressive version of an already threatening Australian animal. And yes, it must be hunted down by a family man who is out of his depth in an inhospitable environment, aided by a younger scientist type and an old grizzled hunter with a particular grudge against this type of creature. And yes, there's even a dolly zoom and a passing shooting star. Beyond this rough outline and minor tips of the cork slouch hat, Razorback boasts plenty of its own merits. Directed by the man who brought us everyone's favourite Spanish, Egyptian, Scottish swordsman, Razorback tells the tale of an evil rampant boar, with a penchant for vandalising property and killing babies. Old man Jake is accused of killing his 2-year-old grandson after such an attack. But nobody believes him that there's a shark out there in the sorry. No one believes him that there's a nasty bastard of a boar out there. The charges against Jake are dropped due to a lack of evidence, but he vows to massacre every damn boar that dares to oink in a 50-mile radius. A few years pass, and a Canadian fellow named Carl wanders into the outback, seeking closure after the disappearance of his wife. With the help of farmer-scientist Sarah and her pig-tracking prowess, the two men seek to carry out their vengeance. This plot is enough to satisfy a simpleton like myself, who enjoys a breezy animal horror film from time to time. But Razorback's crowning achievement is the visuals. Wisely, the film opens with the director and the cinematographer showing off. Every shot of the sunset-soaked location is gorgeous, before both the day and events turn darker, and the tense atmosphere is aided by beautiful blues and nervous shadows from the windmill tower. It goes beyond the intro, with shots throughout that would be suitable to feature on any Midnight Oil album cover. You would never expect a B-movie, the B standing for boar, to look this good. You could take Scarlett Johansson and Leonardo DiCaprio and make them bleed, but then never produce offspring as good looking as this. Oh good lord. A handful of hallucination sequences allow the visual style to branch off in some creative directions, while giving the filmmakers room for some fun. After a series of insane imagery, Carl inexplicably stumbles across a bathing blonde in the middle of the wilderness. Turns out, it's not a mirage. Then, we think Carl is safe and sound, but are subjected to a killer of a jump scare. The director knows how to have fun with transitions too. There's great examples throughout, but the one with the bird is my favourite, and I wish every film used it to change scenes. Some believe that Jake's subplot was inspired by the real-life case of Azaria Chamberlain, a baby who was killed by a dingo in 1980. For years, the parents were accused of murder, their claims of the dingo attack becoming a source of mockery. It wasn't until 2012 that the truth about the animal attack was officially supported by a new coroner's report. The real events are of course more monstrous than this, but the shift to a boar on screen is more visibly monstrous, always filmed smartly, the animatronic beast obscured by other mise-en-scène or shot in extreme close-ups. Boars don't kill that many people per year, but after watching this, I'm not taking any chances. To summarise, Razorback is a surprisingly well-shot movie that captures the sheer harshness of the Australian outback, benefiting too from an emotional synth score. And it wouldn't be an 80s Ozploitation movie without a truck chase thrown in there, would it? With a gang of despicable punk thugs mixed in, for good measure.